Yeah, it's recording. Okay, yeah, it's good. Sorry, I got a lot of garbage on my desk.
Mm,
Dude, we never check the episode. Fucking,
Shut up.
oops.
Stop recording. Stop recording.
I
Let's
take
start it correct.
take two. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, vocal warms are done. Take two.
Mhm.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the broadcast. Today, we're recording episode 7. Ow, fuck my balls. Episode 76. I'm Justin,
I'm Sebi.
and you're tuned in. So sorry we couldn't get. I know we always put gaps between these episodes, but we're always busy with something else. So because literally last week, I got diagnosed with COVID. I tested positive for coronavirus, and yeah, it happened because I went to like a wrestling event. I came back, I started feeling sick. Then the day I went to go get tested, I got tested positive, and I had to quarantine in my basement with my dad because my dad also got it. Actually, most of our family, everyone except my mom, got it. Me, my brothers, and
Really?
my dad got it, except my mom, because mom already had her 2 COVID shots,
Damn.
or vax shots. So yeah, that's good. I had to move my whole getup, my mic, camera, computer, and PC all the way down in the basement, and my PS4, because I mean, if I'm quarantined there for a
You're
week, I
gaming.
might as well be comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah, you need the game.
might as well
It's like
do
taking
that.
away gamer setup. You can't take a gamer setup
Yeah, dude, it's
when they
like
can't game. Then what are they after that?
it's like taking, I don't know. Taking the wheels off a bike or
It's like
whatever.
taking Mr. Goku thing.
It's like taking the Goku's drip off of him. He's just regular. There's no purpose of him. He's just regular Goku. There's no drip on him at all. So yeah, that happened. I quarantined like a week. I still felt like coughing and shit. Like my chest still was congested. But yeah, after a week, like after those like 10 days, because they said after 10 days you quarantine, then
You
then
magically feel better.
yeah, for
That's
real.
how science works.
Like you go in and you'll be all right. You'll be able to see people again. Just wear a mask, I guess. You won't be able to. You'll be just be out of quarantine, self isolation. After 10 days passed, I went back in my room, moved all my stuff back. I got tested again, and apparently, I'm COVID negative. So I guess it just went and it went, did its shit, and just left. So I guess I don't have coronavirus now. But that's a relief. It still baffles me how and why that happens. I mean, like
I mean,
that's a good thing, but it just like kind of baffles me, you know. Chip,
mhm.
how? Yeah, anything else happen with you? The other week? Anything recent?
Um, Not really. But we had an exciting week this week, and we ended off in an epic bang today. Maybe we could continue it. Should I go? Should we go into it?
Yeah, man,
Shall
go
we
for
go
it.
into? So starting from Friday, we are on a movie binge. So we've been watching
Just
like
been banging movies
movies.
left and right.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to take my pill.
Oh,
I was supposed to take at 4, but we were out partying. Sorry, these pills for like the antibiotics. I have like a cut on my ear. It's like a deep
come on,
laceration. But we're
Justin.
not gonna talk about it because we talk enough about me. On to the movies.
So the first movie that we got done with is Fahrenheit 451
The
by
2018
Rat.
version
Yeah, the movie's based off a book called, I mean, it's based off the book Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury,
with Michael B.
and
Jordan.
yeah, and we read this book in ELA class, and Justin found there was a movie for it.
On HBO
So,
Max.
yeah, starring Michael B. Jordan, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael B. Jordan. So we were
Made the
like, we have to watch this.
Yeah, made the movie
So we
10 times
finally,
more enjoyable.
yeah. So we watched it. It was completely nothing like the book,
Yep.
and it was just okay.
It was okay. I didn't really like it.
It
Of
was
course,
kind
like
of dumb.
yeah, the book is better. All the points that you've seen before, we already made like 1,000 times. Like how Clarice was supposed to be an innocent 17-year-old girl, Then they made
Oh
her
yeah, oh yeah, and oh yeah, this whole
older and like
podcast is.
sexual.
Should we say spoiler warning? This whole podcast.
Oh yeah, for these like 3 movies that we watched.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to watch this 3 movies exactly, I'm so sorry, but bye bye.
Yeah,
Maybe
this
podcast next week.
sorry losers.
Ooh, I don't know if you want to be calling them losers, but
They haven't seen every movie that we've seen.
damn.
All right, continue with what you were saying.
So okay, so now this is for the kids that are okay with spoilers. But
Yeah, welcome.
so what? So we meet Guy Montag, played by Michael B. Jordan,
Mhm.
and he's he's gonna be the next captain to run the firefighter base,
Yeah.
and also in this book slash movie, the firefighters they're not normal firefighters. They don't fight fire with water.
Wait, what?
They cause the fire. They burn
What
the
the fuck?
buildings,
What?
and they do, and their mission is to destroy all the books because books are bad in this world.
Yeah, book. I actually remember looking during the movie because I forgot. I don't remember if they explained it in the book. They probably did. But I looked it up on Google because I forgot why they burned the books, and it's still like every time someone like read a book, literally
They turn
anyone,
insane.
no, literally anyone would find something offensive, no matter like
Sort of.
what book it was. So to stop people from like being hurt or offended, they just decide to burn it. Whatever the fuck. Weird.
Oh,
So yeah, continue.
so we meet up the captain of the Beatty, or in the movie they pronounce it Beatty,
Mhm.
which is not the I don't think is the right pronunciation, but whatever. He's honestly so epic. Yeah, I like him more than Montag, even though in the book Montag was so much better.
Yeah.
But
Like they changed it, and they were live streaming every single fire.
oh
Every
yeah,
fire
and
they
so
made,
like
they went
in
live on
this
Twitch.
is yeah, in this society there's like a Twitch kind of thing where they stream themselves burning like books, and and it like streams on their buildings too, so like you could see them from anywhere you are,
Yeah,
and
Monte.
they're like burn the book,
Oh, do
and
you need a little more chips? Oh.
they get satisfied, they get a little boner.
Mm.
And yeah, and then we meet up with this rebel, Clarice, who, which was in the book she was a nice innocent 17-year-old, uh, and she
So sweet,
would,
so innocent. Just wanted.
and she gave Montag a new look in life, and changed his vision on, and made him think on his job and stuff. But in this,
Yeah, in both the
she's a
book and the
rebel
movie.
that's bad to the bone, meaning she's generic and
Actually,
like every other generic bad to the bone rebel.
she awakened
And
every other. What's it called? She awakened something else in Montag. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift.
yeah, and what thing is weird is like because in the book they established that Montag is 30 and that she's 17.
Yeah.
And in the book they don't even though the the girl I don't was the girl kind of getting falling in love with Montag. I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
was kind of
But there
weird.
was just like that. There was just like that connection.
Yeah, but Montag obviously because he has dignity. He didn't find anything. He finds no love. Oh, and in the book he has a wife named Mildred, who he doesn't like. Or I mean, it's not like he doesn't like. It's just that she's so like with the norms, and he's so distant from the norms that
Mhm.
she's nothing. He's nothing. I mean, she's nothing to him basically, and that he can't remember who she is. She doesn't have like a personality. She's
Yeah.
like everyone. But in
And
this, they just removed her
that's
and
just
made
bye bye.
Montag into what she was.
Well, not really. I feel like they just like removed her existence completely.
I mean, but the
Like
thing is with
there
Montag,
wasn't really a thing. It doesn't make sense how they made like if that's even what they implied, making Clarice Mildred. I feel like they just
well,
like what's it called, took her
well,
out
the thing
completely and
is,
made Clarice her own thing.
no, I'm not saying clear. I'm saying Montag because the thing is with Montag is that Montag in the book he was already distant from the norms, but in this movie he's like all with it. Yeah, burn Twitch stream.
Yeah.
But but in the book he was reserved. He was calm. He was.
He was really
He gen-
contemplating if he actually liked his job or not. Like if this is what's actually bringing him joy because he's been doing it for so long.
yeah. And then, but yeah, the Clarice convinces him. They start hanging out. He does the amazing thing where he steals a book from one of the burnings
Oh.
and takes it home for him to read. But in that same event, he gets traumatized because the lady, she kills her. She burns herself to death to prove a message about books, and this traumatizes Montag, which he then begins to contemplate about why he burns.
Then
So
later,
then,
then later he meets the organization, right? The
yeah, and
founders,
he
the
starts
people.
sticking with Clarice. Clarice starts to trust him. They make out, even though they don't establish the ages. But if you
Dude,
read the
Montag
book,
took a
it,
bite out of Clarice. Remember that? He went in for seconds. Giving her a hickey. Like goddamn. What if that wasn't scripted? What the
wait,
fuck you doing, bro?
Michael, Mr. Jordan, what are you doing? No, it's fine.
Dude, how I picture Montag doing this in the book, but Montag never kisses Clarice in the book.
But yeah,
I'll sue.
it would be weird. But but so yeah, and then Clarice shows Montag the secret organization that Montag finds at the end of the book, and this is like the near the beginning or middle of the movie.
Yes.
And then he starts sneaking out, and then Beatty finds out, and he's furious. He was hoping for Montag to be the next fire captain firefighter, but he betrayed him. Even the seat that Montag always sits next to, he looks over and he sees he's not there, and it makes him sad. Which I honestly thought was sad.
And
Like again,
they started playing the "See You Again" song from Fast and Furious.
yeah. Then then Montag, and then they finally find Montag and like are about to capture him, but Montag. No. I remember. So like then the big reveal is that they found out that Montag has been keeping books, so they have to burn his house and
Oh,
make Montag do it. And then and then um and then he gets exiled. And then right as they're about to like take him away, he knocks out one of the firefighters and grabs a flamethrower.
wait, you gonna focus on the movie?
What?
You gonna have to focus on the
Oh,
movie?
I'm still on the movie. I'm still on the movie.
Oh, because
I mean, this happens both.
he has to knock out one of them. He was like
Yeah, in the
getting attacked in the
no, in the
movie.
movie he did. He attacked him, and they
Yeah,
took
but
the
he didn't knock him out.
oh, well, and
Oh no,
then
okay, I
but
remember what you're talking about now. I remember what you're talking about.
yeah, I'm not talking about the in the book. Montag used his own
Yeah,
flamethrower,
he just kind of like snatched her from someone in the movie.
but yeah, and then instead of in the book, Montag actually burns Beatty and kills him after
Yeah, they were supposed to
Beatty
die,
pushes
bro.
him. Yeah, and it was so like crazy and like an epic, but in this, the Beatty's too precious, must live. So he burns a guy that none of us care about. And it's gonna be the
Fucking
replacement
Douglas,
of
bro.
Montag. Douglas, the Douglas who ratted him out.
That one Douglas fan. Come on.
No one cared about him.
Except for
It
the
was just goofy.
Goofy
Montag runs.
from Disney.
What? No, I'm just saying he was goofy. Uh,
Gorge. Don't do this.
no,
Don't do this, Captain. I'm not fucking his Goofy's voice.
no, it was good. It was good. And then
Oh, oh, I'm burning.
uh, but no, and then
There has to be
Montag
this
runs
way.
away. They chase him, and they find where the secret organization, and they meet this kid that like
Well, not just a kid. That's all people. They
yeah,
remember
but
the
no,
they remember the
they and
books.
their job is to remember the book so that they could always like tell the story to the others and like write it down.
Uh-huh.
And then they meet this boy that like genetically can remember books.
Yeah, he's
It's
like a
weird.
prophet. He remembers like they open a barn with like hundreds of books, and he literally remembers like all the books in the thing.
Yeah.
Which
We
is
already have
yeah
a
yeah. You know, I was actually thinking about it, and like A person could try to do that, but no, that's impossible. That's impossible.
Nah,
That's
you have to
impossible.
like dedicate your life to that.
Yeah, but you only live once though, so I don't know if that's really
See,
what you want to do. Anyway, can continue
but
this
yeah,
epic recap.
and then there's and like the bird carrier. So like what I think how it worked was that 'cause I was confused about. I think the bird had the genetic, and then they gave it to the boy, and that was it. And then
For
but
what?
then
For
be
what? I think wasn't it just a pet bird?
no, I think it had the genetic. I don't know.
What genetic
I don't the
of the
gen
Omnis?
to remember. Yeah, Omnis to remember stuff.
No, because that
And
was
then
what's it called? Because at the end that was the Michael B. Jordan. He had the DNA Omnis thing.
I
He
don't
put it
know,
on the
man.
yeah
The movie
the
was
whole movie was so
weird.
stupid. And also, if they wanted to remember the books easier, why couldn't instead of getting like that little like dinky like mockingbird, why couldn't they just get like a parrot? They just get a bunch of parrots. Read the books of the parrots, and the parrots will repeat the books. No,
Lol.
but then they're gonna okay, but then they're gonna start burning the parrots.
But
Dinner. Come on now.
but let me get back on. So then Beatty and his team find Montag, they burn everything. Some people are captured and some died. And
Yes.
like the little boys on like he died from the fire.
Died from
And
nothing,
then
bro.
And then Montag makes the great ultimate sacrifice that he doesn't do in the book because in the book it made sense, but Montag it didn't. But he frees the bird and lets it escape and lets
With the
him
DNA.
and Beatty instead burns him.
At the end,
And
it
then
just
you're
says birds
supposed to
flying.
feel sad for Montag, and then you realize that Beatty was so much better that Montag didn't even matter at that point.
And the birds were doing this whole like beautiful like formation flying thing, and they started playing the song like "So live your life."
it,
Live your life.
it wasn't good. Okay, it wasn't good. The book went somewhere different, and the book was way better how they
It's like
did
yeah,
it.
it's literally two different stories.
Yeah,
The better
yeah.
way to experience it
It
is just
just
to read the
uses
book.
the same. It just uses the same name and character names.
It's like
That's all it is.
it's the same premise, but like they two different like branches, two different paths it goes down.
Yeah.
So we move on. That was Friday, very eventful day.
Now, yesterday, Saturday, the um
We watched Big Monkey Movie. Yeah,
Rampage.
we're not talking about that Godzilla vs Kong thing. We already talked about that. That was literally our last episode.
Yeah, but we're talking about Rampage,
Big Monkey,
based off based off the arcade game, and like that.
starring Rock Johnson and Jared Fogle.
I was gonna actually ask you for the podcast. Do you want me to call him Rock Johnson or
You
Dwayne?
can call him whatever you want.
Because we kept calling we did any what was his name? I actually don't know his name
I
in
don't
the
remember his
movie.
name.
We just
I
kept
just called
calling.
him Jared. He actually disappeared like halfway through the
No,
movie.
no, no. Jared was the pedophile guy. But no,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
but
you talking about the Rock's name in the movie?
yeah,
Oh, it
yeah.
was like Davis or something.
Uh, I don't know. I kept calling him Dwayne Johnston, and then I actually said Rock Johnson because I didn't want to say the
Rock
Rock.
Johnson.
But yeah, and then so yeah, so how what happens is that in the arcade game, it's just a simple like these humans turn into these giant like animals. One being a gorilla, one being a
Crocodile.
crocodile or alligator. I don't know.
What are those?
I mean, it's more of just a lizard. I don't know. And then one of them's a wolf named Ralph.
Yeah,
And then and then you play as them and you wreak havoc and stuff.
in the video game.
Yeah, and then when you die, you like go back to human form and they're naked.
I actually want to. While you're talking about that, I'm gonna look up gameplay of that.
It's really fun. I played it like remember the game Lego Dimensions?
Yeah.
There was a Lego pack. It was the Midway Arcade, and it had that game Rampage, and I really liked it.
What was it on? N64.
I mean, there was they ported it, but it's just an arcade game. So it was originally on the arcade cabinets.
Gameplay arcade. Okay.
Or you could put Lego Dimensions because that's what I played. And yeah, it was hot when you played Lizzie because when she went back, she turned back to a naked girl.
Oh fuck.
She was overage. She had a job.
George is breathing fire. He's hitting the. He's punching the shit out of that building. Yo, he going here. Oh, he's making the Curious George face. Okay, so that's Rampage.
Yeah, and then the movie it stars Rock Johnson,
Uh huh.
and
Jared Fogle
he's a
and
what was
Negan
it?
from Walking
What
Dead.
was the yeah, and what no, what was that his job's name? Something about animals.
What?
Not a vet. What was Rock Johnson's job?
I don't know.
He like took care.
Yeah, he was just like a zookeeper. Or whatever. He took care of the animals, especially George.
Yeah, George. The gorilla was he was albino and he was last of his kind. And they're like best friends. They sign to each other and like make funny jokes.
Like the middle finger
Like the middle
or
finger.
funny sex gesture.
That was at the end.
Oh yeah.
And then yeah, don't spoil the ending when he
So I'm,
made
I'm
this
sorry.
is
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and then um and then see, and then we meet the Gerald or something like that. He looked like the subway guy named Gerald.
Not Jared. He
Oh, it's
was.
Jared
If you
Jared.
didn't know, if you lived under a Dwayne Johnson, Jared Fogle was the famous guy from Subway. He used to be all in all the ads, and then it came out that he was a pedophile and molested children. So now he's in jail. He's I think he's getting released in like a few years. I don't know when.
He's gonna see himself starring in a movie.
Oh boy. So
And
he does just look like a pedophile, that actor guy. But yeah, I
yeah,
just kept calling him Jared.
I think his whole like thing is that he's supposed to play as the nerd
He's just awkward.
stuff.
Maybe I should shake my head. Eh.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a scene where like he's jealous that Rock Johnson is getting like these ladies, even though he's not interested because Rock Johnson's actually afraid of people. He likes
Well,
animals
he's not
more than
afraid. He's not
people.
afraid. He just doesn't like people.
Yeah, I mean
Cause
it's
he's seen
not.
their true nature in war. Cause
Yeah, he
he's
was a World
always
War veteran.
yeah. He's been in so many different like World War things, and like he saved George as a baby, which is the albino gorilla. He saved that as a baby and like took care of him. And like while we were watching, Coaster did raise a good point. Like when is he like when is Dwayne playing a role that's like not part of the military or like saving the world?
I don't know.
He's
He's
always
too
in there.
epic. He's too manly. That's why.
So yeah, continue.
Can't you?
How the animals get big? Let's let the viewers know
So,
that.
so apparently in space they were doing this experiment where making like taking certain piece of DNA from animals and like putting it into one thing that will make him into like an ultimate beast. And they were working on a rat in a space station, and it got infected. I mean, and it went crazy. It turned into a big rat and
Yeah,
would kill people.
he went imposter Among Us on him.
and 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 the funny stereotype, she escapes and is relieved, and then she dies because when escaping, the rat scratched the glass too much that it cracked it when re-entering the atmosphere and blew up.
But then what happened to the samples she was carrying?
It fell into Earth and it landed in certain areas, and one of them being in George's area where he got infected,
Oh,
and it started to make him big and angry. And like it hit other two animals. One being the crocodile slash alligator, I don't know, and then the other one being a wolf. And um and they start growing and they start attacking. And then the military try to kill them, but they're too strong. And then apparently, to just like a reference the video game, they say that the internet named the wolf Ralph. It was just so dumb. Like
they're calling him Ralph,
so
the
yeah.
southern brother from another mother.
And one thing that was weird is that all of the experiments, like animals, grew like little spikes that they could shoot at people, like little porcupines. But George didn't. George is the only one who didn't.
Yeah,
George just
they
turned
all like
big.
drastically changed except like literally George.
Yeah.
Like the fucking the crocodile slash alligator literally turned into a fucking dinosaur.
So yeah, oh yeah, and then yeah, at the end they finally revealed what she looked like, and
It's
it was just like
the biggest out of all of them.
but it looked like a dinosaur.
And the wolf got like spikes on him that he could like shoot sometimes, and like literally at the end, like they add like so much shit at the end, like what was it? What was his name? Ralph. Ralph was fighting
Yeah.
George, and like George throws Ralph, and like Ralph comes back in because he has like a little like flying squirrel things. He
Oh
glided back
yeah,
in. He's like, oh.
yeah,
He's like, of course you can
yeah.
fly.
So funny, Rock.
Rock
And
Johnson.
yeah, oh yeah, and also the well, like big crazy event. We're like skipping. We're already skipping to the ending. Come on, we have
Shit,
to tell
shit,
them.
oh, shit.
So like they capture George and they take him on an airplane, and then these evil billionaires that were running the whole thing were to
It was actually
activate
John
this.
Paul and his mother.
Oh yeah, yeah. What was funny is that these characters literally looked like, and it sounded like
And
Jean Paul
reminded us of our
and
friend
and
John Paul, aka JP,
and his mom Natalie.
and his bad bitch of a mother.
And so yeah, and then they set up this antenna thing that attracts the ones infected, and they make them want to destroy it and get angry. So they all try to explode. George goes crazy mode, and he destroys the plane. But
Goes
luckily,
Makimo Ugaga.
Rock Johnson, and also we forgot to mention the science girl that created the thing,
Oh, yeah,
escaped.
she's
Oh,
alright.
and the brother, that's from Walking Dead according to
Yeah,
Justin.
Negan.
And yeah, and like
They
then they
bring
go
him
to the
all over the
tower.
city because it's
All
like a
the
dog whistle for them, right?
Yeah, and like all the whole city's getting destroyed all by these three monsters, and they make it to the roof where they try to destroy the thing, and then
What?
big crazy thing, Natalie gets eaten up with the antidote that doesn't fix George but makes him not angry anymore and nice again.
Yeah,
And
it's
then they
weird. Like
worked.
he never ate anyone else, but like that, just that one time, he literally fucking ate that person.
I don't know. And then Rock Johnson and George work together to defeat the other ones.
Oh yeah, then John Paul got annoying orange squashed on.
Yeah, at the end, like he's like, "Wait, you can let me leave?" No, the Walking Dead guy's like, "Yeah, you leave, but you give me the laptop."
And then ran.
Oh, thank you. It's not like I liked any of this. The other, yes, I can leave. He leaves, and then he gets squashed by concrete that fell on him.
It was
And
so poorly done. You could clearly see like the fucking like someone edited
it was
it.
it
It
was,
was
it was like a
so edited.
YTP. It was like a YTP.
Yeah, for real.
Or
You
like
see like the little blood splatter. It was just like a paper, or what's it called? A wallpaper of blood splatter.
PNG.
Yes, for real.
It was so goofy, but and then they defeat the other monsters. Now we're back to like when we find out that Ralph has like squirrel flying ability because why not? And Lizzie bites on the neck, which Calista somehow didn't realize. Lizzie bites off the head of Ralph and eats it, and
Yeah,
Ralph
he's
dies.
like, yeah, I guess I must have missed it.
He's like, where's Ralph? He died, didn't. But yeah, and then
He did that. I'm about to head out.
and then Lizzie and George fight it out. They like Lizzie's like really strong, but George wins because
Cause he had a
plot.
spear.
And but oh yeah, yeah. So what happened is that Roger Rock got cornered, and just like King Kong and Godzilla versus Kong, he jumps out of nowhere with a little spear and shoves it down the Lizzie's
I
eye.
love how like in the kaiju movies where the big monkeys, they always give the big monkeys a weapon. In King Kong, he had like an axe, and
Yeah, a supercharged axe from Godzilla's thing.
and Rampage,
Lightning.
he had like a spear he had just lying around, and they saved the day with the thing.
Yeah. But then Lizzie comes back and bites and kicks George into a building that has like little spears sticking out. And when we say spears, we're talking about those little pipes that stick out in buildings for
Yeah,
for to fortify
yeah.
it.
So something sharp
And
stabbed
like
him.
he gets pierced. Yeah, he gets pierced to the chest. And he's like in pain. And then and then Rock finds a conveniently working attack helicopter with guns and missiles, and shoots Lizzie, but it doesn't stop her. But I think George kills. I actually forgot how Lizzie died. Honestly, how did Lizzie die again?
He died. Oh yeah, George. Remember he was about to eat Dwayne Johnson, and then like he looks and like he sees like something's covering the sun, and it's George with the spear jumping up and like impaling
Oh,
Lizzie's head.
I thought that happened. I got it mixed up. What happened? So yeah, Lizzie dies. George is like dying. He's dead. He dies, and then everyone's so sad. Rock cries, and then Rock finds out that George was just joking with him. He's actually alive. And he's like, I saw you open your eye. And then George flips him off. And he's like, and then he signs to Rock like, I saw you
And
cry.
then Among Us, yeah, Among Us on his thumb.
And then the lady was like, okay. And then George was like, you make baby with her.
And then they must
And
rebuild.
they must,
They're pulling down the blocks like Minecraft, and it just ends there, right?
yeah.
They're like, alright, it's over. Go home.
So that was Rampage. It was,
Thunder, lightning,
it was
electric
just fun.
guitars.
It was just fun. It was
That's
a
a
good
fun movie. I
movie.
liked it.
It was fun.
That's better
And
than
then
51.
and now and then
What happened earlier today?
and then we can't forget my movie because also that day I watched a movie with my
Oh
uncle
yeah, you did.
and my family. The
I was
Goonies.
just this whole episode's a movie review episode.
Yeah, the classic movie by Steven Spielberg, Goonies.
Yeah, I
The
forgot about
Goonies.
that.
And it's about these kids that find a treasure map and try to find the treasure. And they meet
Give me
these
the
the
plot of
three
Goonies in
criminals,
under
the
1
Picali
minute.
brothers.
Go.
The Picali brothers. They're trying to they rob bank. They get out. Oh yeah, you know what's really funny? In the beginning of the movie, they take out it's because they're getting one of the Picali brothers from jail. And like the way he escaped was like in the movie it was like the warden was telling them everyone go to the cafeteria or your food will get cold. He goes to his cell and then we see him hanging. We see him hanging.
The
He's
fuck?
straight and then he pulls out
He
the
straight up
letter.
off himself?
Yeah, he pulls out the letter and the crewmate. I mean crewmate.
Oh, the crewmate
The guy
sus?
of the Picali brother that killed himself. And it says like you fool, why would I kill myself? And then he comes out and jumps at the warden and knocks him out.
Oh,
And then we
damn.
find out he didn't kill himself. He had a little pipe that kept him up from choking out
Oh, cool.
and escaped. And then they and then we meet the main Goonies. Mikey, Chunk. I don't remember the little Asian kid, but he was like an inventor.
Deja
And
vu.
then and then I don't remember there's a lot of names. I don't need to remember them. But it was basically my
What the
a
fuck?
big job. Like he's kind of like the guy. Honestly, I kind of like what they did because the big brother was like a jock who like kept working out and stuff. But he was honestly nice and cared for his little brother.
Oh wait, which one?
He
Was,
wasn't
which
like
one
an
was
a-hole
Josh
jock.
Brolin? Which one was Josh Brolin?
I don't know actors.
Because I remember Josh Brolin was in that movie, and he's also, if you didn't know, Josh Brolin also the one who played Thanos in.
If you could
Civil
send an
War in Deadpool
image, I could tell you.
2. Yeah. Well, anyway,
But
continue.
yeah, and then they all meet up. Well, and then we find out that one of the Goonies that's the little brother, the big brother that has asthma and has braces. That they
Oh
have to
shit!
leave because
Killer combo.
these rich men bought all those houses and are gonna make it into a golf club kind of thing.
Ah.
And and then and it's like so sad and like he then makes an amazing speech so like this will be our last adventure, we should do this and stuff. But like this, I'm a little skipping a little ahead because I forgot before they searched through their dad's attic, which his attic's full of like historical items because his dad works at a museum, and they find the treasure map and the funny I kind of like how Chunk is basically a stereotypical fat kid that constantly eating, but he's also a klutz. He's also a klutz, so like he will always break stuff. And like how they found those items is because he broke it, and then like he's like he finds it, and then the little brother finds the the map,
The Mike and Ike.
and oh the map, and he's like, but it's in like sealed in a glass thing. And then he's like, "Here, Chunk, take this." And then he starts counting down threes, like 3, 2, 1. And then Chunk drops it, and it breaks, and he gets the map. And then he does the speech, like I said. They go on the adventure, crazy shenanigans happen. Chunk gets captured by the Picali brothers because um when the originally those people that were giving him the contract to sign, the dad, because to sign that they're gonna give the house up,
Mhm.
the they went to that built the hide their hideout, the Picali brothers hideout, which was this like rundown restaurant where the treasure is inside, but it's all the way deep that they didn't know about. And like they killed him. They killed him, and then
Oh.
and while they're away, they're taking out one of the bodies, and then they go down and try to explore, and they find the other body, and it scares them, and they try to, and it falls out of the freezer
Yeah.
because in that same freezer there was ice cream, and Chunk wanted it,
Oh, cool.
so
I don't blame him.
it falls on him.
God damn
They
it! I'm
all
feeling
help
PC.
him up. They take the body up, put it back in, but they realize they left Chunk in the freezer with the body.
Oh shit.
And then they find the secret entrance to go deeper and get to the treasure. And they start going, and then the Picali brothers they come back, and they find Chunk, and they start interrogating him,
It was
and they're like,
wasn't there like a moment where like I think it was like an old lady who like was trying to put
yeah,
Chunk's hand in the blender. And he's like, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. So the Picali brothers are two boys and a mother, and the mom is like really mean, and like while they're interrogating Chunk, they're like they have a blender, like we're gonna blend your hand if you don't tell us the truth. So Chunk tells them everything, all of the bad things he's done. He's like confessing his sins to like the priest basically, and like they don't believe him at all. But then like an explosion happens because this whole place is full of booby traps, and they hear the thing from the fireplace, and they find out that he was telling the truth, and then they tie him up and leave him with this new character that the whole boys think is like a monster, but is actually just a deformed like man named Sloth,
Uh-huh.
and he's like all
Hey,
nice and
you
stuff.
guys.
Yeah, that's his famous line, and and it's just like watching TV with him, and then like the Chunk and Sloth become friends by by Chunk throwing a Babe Ruth bar, but actually hitting his face. It was funny, and then they become friends. Sloth breaks out and helps Chunk, and they become best buds, and then we forget about him for like the rest of the movie.
Oh.
Those two, and then they see like the Picali brothers catching up to the kids. The kids are doing like these puzzles and like setting off booby traps and stuff. Inventor Boy almost dies. They make they make fun of his. They make. I felt like it was so mean because you know how because he's kind of stereotypically Asian, and that he has that like accent kind of thing where like he can't pronounce certain words or like it sounds funny his voice. And like he's like you saying booby trap. I think they thought he said buddy trap or something weird. They're like wait, what's a buddy trap? It's a booby trap. That's what I said. Chachongai. But
Good guy. Karate
but
chops him. Oh.
yeah, and like then the Picali brothers like there's this big like dramatic thing where like the Picali brothers are right behind him, and like the inventor boy uses like one of his gadgets that has like a little boxing fist and punches them in the face with it.
Of
Like,
the little
it literally
boxing
it's like
thing, like the Jack in the Box, but with a
yeah,
boxing glove.
yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah,
I love that.
Under his jacket. He's like what was his name? Shoot, why am I Inspector Gadget? He's like Inspector Gadget because before that while they were crossing this log, he pressed this button that activated these like in his shoes these like oil slick. So when the Picali brothers are chasing them, they slip on the wood and they fall right on their crotch on the log,
Oh.
and like it's funny.
If you think it's funny.
And then so yeah, then they escape them. They keep searching more and more and stuff, and then they find themselves in this like cave where they're all like they have to take a pee break and they're all just relaxing and talking, and then the girl in there because there's two girls, but one of them's in love with the big brother.
Chunk?
Her name's Andy, and then she's like I wanna kiss him. I wanna take so like the other girl helps her like lead the big brother. But funny enough, the big brother doesn't come. The little brother comes, and then Andy pulls him, and so they start making out. But Andy doesn't know it was the little brother.
Who's
But
making out
and
with Chunk the entire time?
no, Chunk's not the little brother.
He's
Chunk's
making
just
out
a
with
fat.
Sloth the entire time?
No, we forget about Chunk and Slot. Forget about him. But
Fuck!
they come back at the ending, which is kind of mean. But
Yeah.
um. Yeah, and then they find it. They find the thingies. They find the lost pirate ship, and they get the treasure. And then the Piscali brothers kick him out and almost kill Andy and stuff. But then, hey, you guys!
There you go!
Chunk and Sloth come back, and they save them, and they take out the brothers, and then and then
they
and
pull
then
they pull a
and
fucking
then and then
gun to their
Chunk
head.
And then Sloth does a heroic moment. Oh yeah, and also Sloth is like really strong. He's like Superman. And he has like a Superman shirt. And he opens up this little rock and lets them all escape, but he has to leave. He can't hold it out for himself. So he lets them leave, and then Chunk and Sloth say goodbye, and it's all sad.
Oh,
And so,
I'm about to cry
and
for the second time today.
then and then and then they escape. The police find them. The parents are happy and stuff. And then they find the Pascali brothers that came out and Sloth. And then Chunk goes right in front of them, like, don't shoot Sloth. And then Sloth's with them, and then Chunk adopts Sloth somehow. I don't know how the parents are okay with it, but yeah. And the Pascali brothers get arrested.
They get
And then
wasted?
no, I didn't say wasted. I say arrested.
They have a party. Hey,
Get arrested.
McDucky!
And then the pirate ship comes out, and like everyone's like in stunned, like that there was actually treasure in a pirate ship and stuff.
Arr.
And funny enough, the treasure that because they found gold, but the Scully brothers took out the like treasure and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They had it in this little pouch that hold marbles, but it held the jewels, and and they gave it to them, and then they were able to pay and be able to not move, so they don't have to move. They were able to pay the house stuff.
Yeah, man.
And then like the fades black, the movie ends all happy.
That was
That's
nice.
it. That was nice. I honestly
Nice.
wish I watched it for you guys. It was really good.
And then Sunday rolls around.
And then today,
We had a
Sunday,
hangout,
yeah, we went to the mall
and then
and
for like,
we did the most daring stunt ever. We went to an R-rated movie
duh!
when we're not
Oh no
even
no 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 no!
17. We're not even 17. And we
Yeah,
watched
we went to
Demon Slayer, that anime movie. Can you explain? Because I was confused because I don't watch anime.
Dude, I was gonna ask you. You seem to be on the roll of these movie reviews. I was gonna see if you can recap this one that we saw.
No, you. I mean, I come on. I don't wanna take this whole episode. You're in the podcast too.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, you're reviewing your movies.
I mean, honestly, I kind of was sleeping though.
Oh my fucking god. So okay, so we
I
saw
I,
Demon
I
Slayer,
wasn't
Kimetsu
actually
no
sleeping.
Yaiba, Mugen Train.
I just didn't understand anything. But I want. It's better off you explain it because it's not that I wasn't. Because I wasn't sleeping. I was joking. But it's that I didn't understand anything. But you actually watched the show, so you understand.
Yeah, I watched the show. JP watched the show, and then we actually, when the movie actually released in America, they actually put it on like a streaming site. I'm not gonna say it, because I don't know, they could take it down or it could be illegal, but like we saw it on it, and it was like Discord glitch and delay, and we had to kind of rewind every few seconds. But overall, it was a good experience watching it like from home, and then we were actually supposed to go and try and see the movie the weekend that I got COVID, and like yeah, God kicked me in the nuts for that. So then we went to go see it, and like fuck, we ain't got anything else to do, and then, but like we had to pull this whole stunt because we're literally like 16. JP literally looks like he's fucking 12, and like we have to be like 17 or older to see a rated R movie, so we had to pull. We bought the tickets and we had to like act like we were just going in nonchalantly. Buying the tickets was not so hard. We just went in. I took the lead. I just walked up and like, hey, could we get 4 tickets to Demon Slayer?
Yeah. I mean, Ghoster has a much deeper voice, but Justin's works too.
Yeah, and like I guess I just like look pretty big because I got like that broad shoulders.
You got that stance. You got that
I got
stance. You
that
got that
yummy.
wrestling stance.
I got that dump
You got
truck.
that you got that wrestling stance. If they went up to you and they said no, you would have flipped them on their back.
I would have. All right, you want to let me in? I paralyze him. Oh,
Oh my
fuck.
gosh.
So yeah, we got the tickets and yeah, the guy was chill, and then we went to go eat. Then the time came to go watch the movie. They do like that. They do the thing where like you buy the tickets and the guy there's another lady inside that like checks the tickets.
And this was like a dramatic movie. Explain.
Oh, okay. And I walked in. I went first, and then she scanned my ticket. And did she scan your tickets too?
Yeah, she scanned all of us.
Okay, good. All right, so I walked in. She scanned my ticket, and then she said to me, "Do you have any ID, or whatever?" And like, oh
Oh,
shit,
she
they
did
actually,
ask you for your
yeah,
ID?
she asked for ID, and
Oh my
and then
god.
I just said, I don't have my ID on me. Sorry. And she said, how old are you? And I said, and I'm 16. But then like I just
Wait,
said
you
it.
actually? You
Yeah,
said you were.
they said how old am I? And I'm 16. But then I just straight up said I'm 17.
Oh wait, no, you said you were 17. I thought you said to her. Never mind. Go, just keep on.
And then she said, it's for to see a rated R movie. It's 17 and up to go see it. And what's it called? She said, and she heard I was 17 because I told her, and she said, sorry, you have to be 18 and up to see a rated R movie. And then I did this thing where like, are you on the thing it said 17 and up, and that I could see a
Then
rated R movie.
and
And then
then
luckily a
Chad,
worker
the Chad.
luckily a worker actually passed by, and she tried to she tried to like see if that was true, and it was true, and she's like, okay, sorry, go on right ahead. And we all scanned our tickets, and me and JP are walking in, and we're like looking at each other and like, yes. So when we actually got in and we saw the Demon Slayer movie, and it was phenomenal, at least for me. Me and JP saw
No,
it nude.
I thought it was epic and cool. I just didn't understand it, so it didn't impact me as much as it did
Yeah,
you.
Sebi saw it from like an outsider's perspective because he never watched any material from Demon
I mean,
Slayer.
Costa too, though.
Yeah, well, Costa knew some stuff because
Oh.
like he heard from us, and like he watched like that little like
Oh
six
yeah,
minute like
so yeah, I
recap
just
or
come
whatever the fuck.
so yeah, it really was from an outside. I could had no idea then.
And yeah, it just follows like, and basically that movie was season 2 of the anime. Then and like the next season coming out, that's season 3. So yeah, it just follows the,
Seriously?
yeah, for
Wait,
real.
seriously? Wait, how many seasons are there?
It's
So
one
like,
it was one season, and then it came out the movie.
oh, so that movie was that's all gonna be season 2 that one movie?
Yeah, and that's why I love
That's funny.
that movie. Instead of making it like a whole like season, they just made like the movie, and it works like really well. And like what makes this movie kind of different from like other anime movies was this is all canon. Like this is not any of
I
those like
wouldn't be
fucking
canon.
filler like 0 calorie anime
Oh,
movies. You see the other ones, they don't have any impact on on like the main story at all. It just like happens. But this one, like, this actually happens. Like, oh yeah, really big spoilers for Demon Slayer movie because I know everyone loves Demon Slayer. Like Rengoku, the guy who dies at the end, he like he's not coming back. Like he's just like he's straight up dead. And
same
like
with
it,
that anime guy. I mean that demon guy.
oh yeah, I forgot it was like, I don't even think they said in the thing, the movie.
The what? The which one?
The one who was trying to put him to sleep.
that's Dream. It said the name was Dream.
Oh no, that's just what it says on his fingers. That's
Oh.
I think his name was like Enmu or something.
I
But
thought it was a girl. It
yeah,
wasn't
they
a
look kind of
girl.
girly.
No, I think that's the idea. Because no, because then it's he said because then like the main character said she, but then he found it was a he.
Yeah. So it follows Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. They've been called uh on the train.
Banana ski.
They've been called on the train because there was demon casualties, and then they meet up with the Flame Hashira, Rengoku. Then they talk for a bit. Some demons appear. Rengoku takes them out, and they're all dandy. Basically, but then they go to sleep because they got under the demon spell when the train guy uh punched their tickets. So then while they were asleep, these other people came in because they still want to have like happy dreams, but made by the demon. So they go and try and like kill them by entering their dreams, and we see like all their what they dream about. Some tell like their backstories, like Tanjiro and Rengoku, and do every like that was like the second time, like when Tanjiro was waking up from his dream, and he was like, he knows it's not real. He would love to stay, but he knows it's not real, and he has to move on and fight. And like where like his family is like crying and begging him to stay, and he's running away crying. That like I don't know if you saw, you were probably watching it, but like I kept wiping my eyes in my seat because I kept tearing up, like that was
Uh,
like yeah it was like that. Hello?
yeah, what?
Oh, did you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
What?
okay. I thought you said hello for a second.
No.
Like I could that one scene always like choked me up. And then Tanjiro wakes up. He goes to fight the demon, uh, sleep demon, Enmu or whatever. Takes him out, and it was kind of weird how they just threw at it that like he fused with the train and he's the entire train. Like okay,
I thought what they were gonna do, which I thought it was gonna look cool, if they made his like whole face like become like the train, the front of the train would be like
like
grow an
Thomas the Tank
eye.
Engine.
It would to grow in one eye and like have this huge like scary mouth. I thought, like, here, I'll send you an image of what I was thinking of if I could find it.
While you're doing that, I'll continue. And so then everyone else wakes up. Zenitsu was still half asleep because Zenitsu's what's it called? The Thunder Boy. If you didn't know, he he goes to sleep, and that's when like his like full power or whatever the fuck. Like that's when like he just kicks in. It's just like his instinct to go like to like do that when he falls asleep. So yeah, and they fight it. Inosuke and Tanjiro head to the front of the train, kill the sleep demon, and by literally cutting the entire train. The train knocks over. Tanjiro is injured. Meets up with Rengoku, and suddenly out of nowhere, which is kind of still crazy, and I still don't know why he appeared. And he wanted to have a chit chat with Rengoku, but but like we didn't really get to see what happened because he just showed up and they started fighting. One of the upper three demons, uh, what's his name, Akaza, comes in and starts fighting Rengoku, and trying to turn him into a demon because that's always his offer. They fight. They had epic animation, and epic soundtrack, while they're fighting, and then like, they have a standoff, with leaving Rengoku impaled by Akaza's fist. Then in a last ditch effort, he swings his sword to try and he cuts his neck, but not completely off, and he tries to hold Akaza there, because the sun is slowly rising, and if you can just hold him for a few more seconds, the sun will actually disintegrate him, and he'll win. But then, and while Tanjiro and Inosuke are trying to help Rengoku, Akaza breaks free and runs away from the sun, and we get this all emotional scene of Tanjiro yelling at him that he's a coward, and that Rengoku was the one actually who won because he didn't let anyone die. This leaves Rengoku bleeding out and impaled, and he tells Tanjiro that what's it called? He believes in them. They're gonna be the next Hashira, and don't be sad that he's passing away. And this all emotional scene, and then the movie ends there to see what we're gonna happen next. And they play Homura by Lisa at the end at the credits. And yeah, powerful movie. I really loved it. I think Kosa really liked it too. Did you like it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I liked it. It's just I'm not into that stuff, so that's why I didn't like it as much. And
Well,
also about the subway train thing, I can't find it. I don't know. I don't know. I can't find it. But you kind of get the idea, right? Like the train like turns into this big menacing monster.
yeah.
But no, it just looks like a blob on it.
They go full Monster House on the monster train.
That's what I kind of wish the train did, but the train just looked like a splotch of blob on it.
Yeah, flesh, and they put the spinal cord like in the front, like the neck bone, I guess, because they always
Yeah, it
kill
was
the
the
demons.
collarbone.
They always kill the demons by cutting off their head. So yeah, that was our movie experiences. Really loved. I'm still thinking about it.
Right,
I
and we
actually
had
still
a,
have a headache because every time like I tear up and or like cry, I get like
hmm
a headache shortly after, and like halfway through the movie, like my head started hurting
uh,
because of the Tanjiro scene, and like, my head like still kind of like hurts in the back. But
at the end
yeah,
of the movie, we had like a little scare from my uncle.
yeah, and
When we finished watching, I look up, I go on my phone to see notifications. I see how's Demon Slayer, even though I did not tell him at all about it. And then he's like, me and my friends were sitting across from you. Like, what?
your uncle's such a
We
creeper, bro. We're like looking around
started,
the theater.
yeah. Nah, but he
And
was joking. He was at the mall. He saw us go watch it. But like he was joking that he was in there.
dude, what a joker. What if we were actually talking like, what if he blew our cover? He went in like, where did my 15-year-old nephew go? He went to go see Ray. You know, he's not old enough to see
Oh,
Ray Diamond.
that's what
Where
you
is he?
guys were talking.
Where is
Oh,
he?
that's what you guys were talking about.
Where's my boy?
I didn't, I didn't know what you guys were talking about at first.
And the whole AMC's on our ass.
Only AMC.
Yeah, definitely loved. And then like everyone's leaving. I don't know why everyone left. Because like, okay, well it's just me, but like I should rather stay for the credits and the song. Like everyone's ready to leave. Even like you left because you had to call your uncle, and then
hmm
JP and Costa it was nearing the end and they were like about to leave, but I'm still like fully. I didn't even move my chair. I'm still like fully planted in my chair, like waiting for the thing to end. But yeah, bittersweet ending. But what a fucking movie! I really love that movie. Of course,
hmm
I love. It's just anime, of course.
Anime.
Skatels are really good.
No, 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 no.
There was another anime movie I wanted to watch a long time ago, and I think this was like when I wasn't either we weren't talking to JP yet, or I wasn't too comfortable with JP yet. I wanted to watch a Pro Mare with you actually, like in
What?
theaters, because they were showing in theaters, and I
I
think
think I remember you talking about like an anime movie that was in theaters. Well, can you explain what Promare is? Because maybe I'll remember. I remember you explained the anime movie to me.
yeah, Pro Mare it's about a future. It's anime by Trigger. God love Trigger, and it's about these firefighters who they use like mechas to take down the fires, and there's these other people. Hold up, Steve.
I'm
Hold
already hooked by by Mecha Robots.
up. Oh,
And now that we read and watched Fahrenheit 451, I'm now even more hooked. Just then, I kind of wish I didn't miss out now.
I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, they got these like other people who make the fires, or not really make the fires, but they get like engulfed by the fires. They have like fire powers that they could shoot fire powers out of their hands. I forgot what they were called. The Infernos. I'm just gonna call them Infernos, cause I remember the actual name. They call the Infernos, and they're like, basically like this whole like prosecution story, like how they're like, oh, they're the ones starting fire, they're evil, fuck them, and like there's like firefighters take them out, but there's like this whole radical group, led by Leo, who is like the powerful of the Infernos, and like there's like Gallo, who is a fireman, and like he's like seeing his ways, like, oh wait, these people aren't actually bad. I want to help them. And one thing leads to another, and being triggered, they always know it always ends in an amazing, what's it called, mecha fight, like two mechas or Gundams like going at each other, fucking shooting shit. It always goes to that. And then while I was actually quarantined, I I wanted to rewatch it because I watched it like last year on my birthday, on like a streaming site, and I showed JP it, and JP actually fell in love with the movie.
Uh,
Like one of the shirts he got yesterday was actually a Promare shirt.
oh really?
Yeah, out of all the shirts he got. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about. It, I think it's like a prophecy or whatever, in my opinion. That
I call it a curse. I don't know.
I mean, it's not that bad. Like every time someone wears like Demon Slayer, merch or whatever the fuck, they always get compliments. Or like, everyone always like points it out.
I just
Oh,
was jelly.
the first time I don't know if you read the chat that one time, but I had my Zenitsu
I
hoodie,
think I saw it.
and then the day I got retested, the for COVID, and then I go out because they're just on my porch and they're like gonna test me on my porch. I go out with my Zenitsu hoodie, and then one of the doctors or nurses, they're like, I like your hoodie. That's Demon Slayer, right? And like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, you're Tanjiro, right? And I'm just like nodding my head like, yeah, even though like in my head like, wait, I'm not Tanjiro, I'm Zenitsu. But whatever, they recognized it was Demon Slayer, and then JP went out today when we were gonna watch the movie. He went out with his Inosuke shirt, which is a picture, it was kind of lazily put on. It was just like a screenshot of the show put on a black
It was
t-shirt.
like a little rectangle. Yeah, a little rectangle.
That's how like most of the stuff is, kind of. But like he went to Zoomies to go buy some shirts, and I hear the guy at the counter say, "I like his shirt. Did you see the movie yet?" And JB was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it at home. I'm gonna go see it right now actually." And like, "Oh cool." And then we went to Hot Topic after that because JP wanted to get a hat, and then the counter at what's it called? The cashier at the Hot Topic was like, "I like your shirt." And I like in Inosuke, right? It's like, yeah, it always happens.
It always happens.
Also, did you hear that one lady like trying to like talk to you? Like we were looking at the pop figures, and like, is that Ron McDonald? I was like, oh, that's Ron. But then like your back was turned, and the cashier was like, look, they were both looking at like us, and she
Yeah.
said like, that's not just Ron McDonald. That's cool, Ron McDonald. And then
Oh, I legit did not hear that. I feel so bad now.
yeah, and then
I did not hear that at all.
I'm trying to like I'm trying to not make it awkward for them, and I'm like, yeah, Sebi, that's cool, Ron
Oh,
McDonald.
that's what you were talking about?
Yeah. Did you hear me when I was saying
I
it?
did not hear. I heard you, but I did not hear them at all. And I legit was like, "What are you talking about, Justin?"
And it's like, yeah,
Something I said before.
that's not Ron, that's cool, Ron McDonald. That's gangsta, the hood, Ron McDonald. So
Dude, you are a savior.
and then we kind of awkwardly walked away and like, what the fuck, he's sacking now, bro? Yeah, sack for them. Good thing I didn't go off in my Discord in the recording.
Whatever. Yeah, continue. Yeah, I genuinely did not hear her at all. I feel so bad. I would have tagged along, but I didn't hear her at all.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to get at Hot Topic. They had two cool Ponyo shirts, and I wanted to get them so bad, but they're fucking too big. It's extra large and extra large. Like, what the fuck?
Because you know
They're so-
anime fans are fat.
What if that's actually what they're implying? But
That
yeah,
would be so offensive.
I actually really loved Ponyo. Me, JP, and Costa watched it when you were doing something, and we put it on and well, I think we all loved it. It was so good. It's another Studio Gilby movie, and me and JP watched Spirited Away. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service on my own, and then me, Costa, and JP watched Ponyo, and so for all of them have been very enjoyable. The best way I could say what Hayao Miyazaki movies are, or Studio Gilby movies, they're just like Disney movies but Japanese, I guess.
Really?
That's the best way, cause like they're such classic tales, and they're so good. I loved Ponyo. I loved Kiki's Delivery Service. It was all so cute. But yeah. If you're okay, I think we hit our quota for today.
Wasn't there other things you wanted to say?
Not really.
Ah.
Yeah, I just have
Yeah,
I had the movies on my mind.
But yeah, I genuinely did not hear her at all. The Hot Topic cashier.
Yeah, rip, rip Hot
Those
Topic.
are like the corny things I'm into. Not only it's McDonald, it's cool Ronald McDonald.
So I remember when like, well, I don't know if you remember, but like it's kind of weird seeing the Hot Topic transition. For like they actually used to be like have like goth and like punk shirts with all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's what I was known for, but then now it's all like pop culture shit.
I was watching
Hot Topic.
every
Mostly anime and shit.
I was watching every Hot Topic ever by Smosh, and they were saying how they were like joking how like Hot Topic actually used to be actual goth,
Yeah,
but
for
now
real.
it's just pop culture anime thing.
Yeah, for real. I'm fine with it. I love anime.
I love anime.
Yeah, every time I see an anime on my screen, and I'm alone in the dark eating Doritos, I'm like, anything related to
Are you
Japan.
Sloth by himself in the little chamber? Like, hey guys.
the
Hey,
Demon Slayer ad,
okay.
I call up JP. Hey, you guys. Well, yeah, I think we can wrap up our movie-centric episode
Yeah.
Subscribe for more movie reviews.
Whoa. Whoa.
Subscribe for more movie reviews, and we will go see every single movie known to mankind, and we will review them for your sake.
Yeah, we already did. We already did Willy World, something like that.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland. Well, that was such a bad movie, and I really didn't like Willy's Wonderland or whatever the fuck.
So dumb.
So bad. Like I think, like, it was one of those what movies where after like watching it, I felt like I actually got like a headache from watching it.
Well, you just say that you get a headache from every movie.
No, not every movie.
But you got a headache from this movie.
Yeah, because I cried in the middle. I
Oh.
teared up in the middle. And every time like I cry or like tear up, then shortly afterwards I get a headache. The other time I felt like I got a headache after watching a movie was like Sausage Party.
See, wait, you watched Sausage Party?
Yeah, and it was
How
like,
was
it was
that?
so bizarre and
Boy,
weird.
why'd you cry about it? I was sad about it.
No, I didn't cry at Sausage Party. It was just stupid. It was just stupid. I felt like I lost so many brain cells watching it. I lost brain cells watching Sausage Party and Williams Wonderland. But yeah, I think we could wrap it up now. Oh, oh my God, I just remembered. I still need to do the Mr. Kenny homework.
You didn't do the Mr. Kenny homework?
No, I mean it'll be quick, and it'll be quick.
Also, we need to censor it now. He's actually, I forgot we can't say the name.
All right, well, I'm Justin,
Sebi.
and see you in the next video. No,
Bye, bye.
okay, wait, no, that was bad. Let me do it again. I'm Justin,
I'm Chevy.
and we'll see you in the next Nostalgia Critic video. Bye bye.
Bye.